Hello, hello, welcome to My Green Pets. I'm William Green. I've got four things to show you today. One, the orchid tent that we're in now. Second, I want to show you the new cool tent in the basement. And then my house plants, I've got one of those in bloom just on my windowsill. And then I also want to take you outside and kind of briefly show you the outdoor space that I have to work with. And would love to hear your ideas for anything that I could have out there over the summer. So yeah, we have one more week of standard time. Next weekend we spring forward to daylight savings time, and yeah, spring is springing. It's a lovely day outside today in much of the country. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So I finally installed my watering system yesterday. And that was a big ordeal. Had to take everything out and get in here, and I'm just so injury prone. I'm not, I hit my head on one of the brackets here and sliced my thumb open, putting the supports in and stuff. So I'm either just really inexperienced with that kind of stuff or just a big klutz. I'm not sure, but I don't like it, that's for sure. One of my orchid growing friend said, "Oh yeah, it's always fun to tinker with stuff," and I'm like, no, it's not fun. I don't like that at all. Okay, so let's look and see what's going on. So these little pinguicula have been in bloom for weeks and weeks. Beautiful, beautiful. Nepenthes eustacia has finished a new pitcher after losing most of its pitchers earlier this winter. I assume because of the cold. But it's back. It's produced a really nice one, and it looks like, aside from the cold damaged leaves, the new leaves are coming out okay. So that's good. It's good to see recovery there. I divided up some of my pinguicula. This is Pirouette, and this one is Morinensis. I divided those and put them into new pots and put them in the cold tent downstairs. The Catacetinae, wow, there's green everywhere. We've got Rebecca Northern Mikabe, we've got Cloecia rosea, Rebecca Northern Grapefruit Pink. This one I think is, that's my Coopery Bronze. We've got Coopery Copper already with roots poking out. This is my award winner, Fire Embers. Growth everywhere on the Catacetinae, very exciting. Signochus varsovicii is still technically in bloom, even though it's kind of fried on the edges. It's still giving out a lovely, lovely fragrance, so I think that counts as still being in bloom. And this we have not seen. I don't think we're going to see any new growth on this for a while, because it's kind of got to rest after the bloom, right? It's not going to start growing immediately. Who knows? It has shrunk up the bulb a little bit, but it's still doing okay. Rinquelalia aristocrat is fully opened. Smells wonderful in the evenings. Beautiful, beautiful, waxy, long-lasting flower that'll last 2 or 3 weeks. And then we just got a sea of cattleyas over here. I kind of rearranged things when I put everything back in. I kind of liked the way I had it before. I had this big Cattleya trianae cash-ins in the very back, and now I have it kind of here in the middle, but well, can always move things around again if I need to. And then again, very excited to look at what's going on with this plant, Cattleya mossii, and there's definitely, looks like 2 flowers slowly pushing up in that sheath. And we're looking forward to seeing what that plant has to give us. If the color of the sheath is any indication here, then I think we're in for some nice flowers there. Of course, all my little seedlings here. This one's a Cattleya blossfeldiana. It's putting out a nice little leaf there. Just doing all right. Little seedlings everywhere. So yeah. All right, I can't wait to show you the cool tent. Let's go downstairs. So the average temperatures right now in this warm tent Our high is about, well, the sensor is up here. So it's a little skewed towards the warm end of things. I keep it up here to get it away from the sprinklers, but I think it was 84 degrees Fahrenheit, which is like 20, 28, 27, 28, 29, around in there Celsius as a high temperature, and then the low temperature gets down to about 63, which is I think 16 or 17 degrees Celsius. So that's our warm tent. Let's go down to the cool tent and see what's going on down there. All right, here we are, the cool tent. I was so excited to show you this because I just love this. I love this. Man, these ready-made tents make it easy, I'll tell you. All right, here we go, the big reveal. Okay, cool tent, what do we got going on here? So, plants that I found actually enjoy cooler temperatures. I knew my Masdevallia did. This is Machu Picchu. And it's got 3 lovely flowers. And it's got some new growth there, some yellowing older leaves. My Dendrochilum tenellum, I didn't realize this was a cool grower, but I looked it up and I was like, oh wow, it's from like 2,300 meters, yeah. So that's down here now, which is good because I kind of wanted to get out of the other tent. I have a friend who is a sculptor, and he sculpted this skull pot for me a few years ago, and I've kind of wondered what to do with it, so I'm going to try some Pinguicula in it. So the divisions that I told you I took earlier, I've put down here, and hopefully within a short amount of time they will attach into the places where I've stuck them and start growing out. My Bulbophyllum crocium is also a tropical montane plant from Java. And then my new Zygopetalum Mackay, got this in here, and it's coming along. And then my Highland Nepenthes. So this is a cross that was made by Mikhail Kujawa, who gave to me a few years ago. And we're gonna see how it does. They've only been in here for a week, so far so good. No adverse reactions. This is Raja by Edwardsiana, 2 of the most coveted species, definitely 2 of the most famous species in the Nepenthes crossed. And this was, I believe, light damage from when it was in the other tent and I had the lights on closer and longer during the wintertime. I think it got some light damage. So far, I'm looking very carefully at the new leaves just to see if they start developing spots. So far, so good. And then this is, at least right now, this is a very rare and highly desirable plant. This is Quinabaluensis. So this is Raja by Villosa. It's a naturally occurring hybrid. This was a man-made version, but it comes from Nepenthes god Jeff Schaefer, and I got a pack of 10 seeds from him in October of 2023. So these guys are, what, a year and a half from germinating, and this is obviously the largest one. You can already see those beautiful little fat pitchers coming out, and then this is more typical of what a year and a half of Nepenthes growth looks like. So I repotted them all, separated them out last week. Actually, no, last week? No, Friday I think I did it. So that's the cool tent. It is, the maximum temperature in here is about 20 degrees Celsius, 68 Fahrenheit. And the minimum temperature is about 58, 59. So that's like 14 degrees Celsius. So it's the cool isn't that much cooler, but the warm, the high end doesn't get nearly as warm as the warm tent. So that's where we are. Let's go look at my houseplants. Oh, if you're curious about some other details, the light is a Spider Farmer SF1000. It's at about, well, you can see it's I measured it. It's about 4.5, 5 feet away from the plants. And then there's just a fan up here that I got for free from a hospital last year. So let's go look at the houseplants and see what's in bloom over there. All right, my lovely, lovely houseplants. Clavia miniata is taking all the attention right now. I'm so pleased with the way that it has been able to fully extend the scape while it's blooming. In the apartment, when I was growing it, it was never quite cool enough to give the scape the chance to extend out before the flowers started blooming. So the flowers would always open way down here. But this is more what it's supposed to look like, so I'm very happy about that. There's another big fat bunch of flowers coming up that we should see soon, assuming that it does stay nice and cool and they don't start to open up prematurely. So we should have 2 nice bunches of flowers on that in the coming weeks, welcoming in the spring. My grocery store Phalaenopsis has got I cut the spike and then it's got a new spike growing, and I think we're gonna get a few flowers off that again in a few weeks probably. And then my succulents over here. Jade plant may be going out outside for the summer. I'm thinking about setting up like a shade cloth outside and putting some plants out there. It will be blasting, baking heat, so only really, really tough plants, I think, would be able to make it out there. Then I have my little Windowsill. These guys, my mom got these plants like when I was like a little kid, and now I think everybody in our family has at least one of them. You know, they just keep reproducing. And then a friend of mine gave me this tessellata a couple years ago, and it's got a little flower thing going on too. So windowsill plant's doing okay. All right, finally, let's take a quick look outside and let me show you what I've got to work with, and if you got any ideas, I can't wait to hear them. All right, I'll try to talk above the street noise, but yeah, this is basically my little patio out here, and then I've got a little bit of area over here to, if I wanted to grow some stuff, I could. Not quite sure. I'm thinking of taking up all these pavers and maybe planting something along each side. And then I've got a little bit of area here. I could plant things there too if I wanted, or I could just have a bunch of pots. That might be easier, but then keeping them watered is not easier. But yeah, my idea was to have a shade cloth cover this whole area. Maybe even get like a tent frame and put the shade cloth over the tent frame, and that way I could sit underneath it as well. Because again, in the summer it's just going to be baking hot. This faces east, so it'll be morning sun until about 1 o'clock or so, and then I'll get some shade. But it would be nice to be able to sit out here. So yeah, not a whole lot of space, but a whole lot more than I used to have. All right, well, I'm going to end here. Thanks for coming around with me and seeing all the spaces and all the plants. Yeah, I'm going to just keep you updated with how all that continues. I put a couple Osmocote pellets in some of the, in the Masdevallia and the Zygopetalum, and we'll see how that works down there in the cool tent. Should be okay. I didn't put a whole lot in there, so I did the same thing last year with the Masdevallia, and it ended up growing lots of new growths and blooming for the rest of the year. So it can't be too bad of a thing. So anyway, that's all we got for this week, and we'll see you next time right here on My Green Pets. I'm William Green. Thank you. Bye.